Hello, Gemini, one of my fellow air signs. I am TINLA, and this is not legal advice. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 25th, 2026, or whenever this happens to find you. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards to see what topic Spirit wants us to go over today and talk to you about, or whenever you find this. All right, so let's see here. I put our air signs last this week because I felt like it was sort of when you play for the home team. The home team is always on the furthest side for the score. And, again, I'm an air sign too. All right, so let's take a look. We've got infinite masks, imprisonment, diluted attachments, on the outside looking in, fall up 7, fall down 7, get up 8, rise, determined, and unbreakable. We have an 8 and an 8 because this is 35, so that's 8, so 8 and 8, and then we have an 11, 13, and another 8 here. So you got a theme here going for some 8s, and I will tell you that in the pre-shuffle with my tarot deck, I was getting some 8 cards there as well. I think it was the 8 of, Cups that came out in the pre-shuffle. We'll take a look though. All right, let me see. Hidden from you. Interesting. And I'm going to tell you what I think this is all talking about in just a second. I want to get a couple more cards. And we'll see. Unexpected income. We love that. Although it's 8 and 7, so, okay. That's 15, which is the devil energy. It's which is Capricorn. Not that that's important. I mean, maybe it is to you. Also, we have 6 of these bills. So it's like 6, 7, 8 kind of thing. Things progressing along nicely. But 15, yes, the devil is something that is maybe an obsession of yours. I mean, who in this economy, of course, we're all looking for some unexpected income, right? So I'm not surprised. I'm feeling like we need one more. There we go. Okay, wow, there we go. Look, there it is. See it? Affliction, delusion, suffering. And we have at the bottom, spiritual baths, self-care rituals, cleanse negativity, and spiritual cleanse, number 22. Let me see if I could shift these up so you can see that one better. All right. All right, Gemini, so on the whole, what I'm seeing here is there's something going on in your life that you are just absolutely spinning in your mind about. You are going over things over and over and over again in your mind. Like you're rethinking things that happened, particularly with a specific person, or I'm getting it's a person more than a situation right now, but we'll see how it all unfolds here. What I'm getting is you can't read somebody. You don't know what to do with this person. You feel like there's a sense of imprisonment in that you are bound to this person in some way, but you don't know what's going on. We have clouds here in this diluted attachments, although I'm getting also smoke. So perhaps you are aware of or involved in or somehow live around the Canadian region that was just on fire terribly in this past week. But I'm getting it's more of a lack of clarity. You can't see, and you feel like you're on the outside looking in. Like you feel like you can't clarify what this is because you're not in this person's head. You feel like they're not being honest with you. You feel like they're wearing a mask, and you feel like even when you uncover part of what's going on, there's still a part that isn't, and they're hiding this from you under a mask of like beauty, right? This is somebody who's smiling to your face, but there's something else going on. There's a positive front, but there's something going on. You can't quite put your finger on it, right? And I'm just getting this very serious energy of spinning around and going in circles about this situation. And, with the fall down 7, that's Cancer energy, that's Chariot, where you are, you feel like things are moving forward. You feel like you are finally understanding, but it's like then something happens where you're not. It's unclear. And then get up 8, it's like that's the strength. Like you're picking yourself up again. We have that Phoenix energy that I very much affiliate with, and maybe you do too. I'm also getting maybe you're kind of unicorny. Maybe that's something that you affiliate with. But you are determined. You are gonna figure this out. I'm getting Spirit saying this coming week, back off of the intellectual digestion of this because it's not going to get you anywhere. You're just going to be torturing yourself. You see that? And maybe even with the unexpected income, we were talking about the devil there, you feel bound to this situation. You feel like obsessed, like you can't let it go. And it's perhaps this person is involved in your finances in some way where they are, I'm almost getting like a spouse or a business partner someone who you feel like they're being duplicitous. You feel like they're not being real with you. And what Spirit is saying is like, look, yes, there may be all these things you can't see, but maybe you're not meant to see them right now. I'm getting, not just here because of this, but like the whole thing reeks of moon energy and high priestess. And it's saying, look, honor this with self-care rituals. Take care of yourself. Worry about yourself. And this is Pisces energy. So I was just talking about Cancer, Pisces. Maybe there's some water signs energy around you. 22 we have, which is very much an energy of partnership and self-love. And then we have I don't care, boundaries, emotional detachment, lack of empathy, uninterested and unbiased. 47, which is number 11. That's the Justice card, which is my card for Libras. But it talks about karma, which is interesting because we have the Saturn retrograde coming up on Sunday. And that's very much about karma coming back around for you, or other people, really. Everybody, let's be honest. And you know what? If you've been good, if you've been putting out good vibes, which I'm getting that if you're watching this, you have been, you know, you are not worried about karma coming back around because you know your karma is good karma, right? And I'm hearing the universe is going to take care of this. Whatever is going on with this person that you can't seem to quite figure out, you don't need to figure it out. It's going to resolve itself in its own way. And you just need to keep your distance, keep your boundaries, and just stay as, I don't want to say lacking empathy. I don't mean that at all. I just mean emotionally detached a little bit, like really, which it says there, of course, but like pull yourself out of this imprisonment. This is also 8 of Swords action here, where you're in a prison of your own making. So what I'm very strongly getting here is you are too close to the situation to see it for what it is. And it could be that a trusted elder is trying to guide you. I'm hearing like, I need an adult, you know, like there's something here where you are looking for guidance and you're going to get that. And I'm going to get some clarification by tarot. This is my Trash Panda tarot deck, and I am doing this week in honor of Jimothy, and I will leave a link for Jimothy's little video or something up in this region, somewhere around there. So you could take a look and see if you haven't seen him. He's adorable. He's a special little raccoon, and so I thought, you know what, we're gonna do something special for him. Anyway, let's see what tarot has to say. Okay, look, we got the Hermit going within, okay, trying to figure things out. That's Virgo energy, so it's telling me that, you know, this might be something that's going to carry on for you until mid to late September. Look, we got 8 of Cups. I think I said that came out in the beginning of the reading or in the pre-shuffle. King of Wands. I'm going to get one more so I could read this kind of together. Which incidentally is something I also did in the Work It Wednesday reading this past week, and the It's Friday, Am I in Love reading. I used the Lenormand deck there. I'd love to hear your thoughts on those and whether you enjoyed that style of reading. I mean, I'm going to do it anyway, but I'm just curious what your thoughts are. 7 of Wands. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right. Okay, so with the Hermit, like I said, remember, again, you're going within, you're really going inside to look at this. You're trying to figure out exactly what's going on. How does this impact you? How are you affected? What is the clarity here? What is this light here? What are you going to find about this person? Like, you just know something's wrong, but you can't put your foot on it. And with the 8 of Cups, it's exactly what I was saying. I often associate this otter here with, again, a therapist or seeking input or advice from others that are more seasoned, we'll say that, than you. Somebody who has more life experience. Maybe they're older, wiser because of certain things that have happened to them. But, you know, you're turning your back on some of these emotions and talking to this person because, let's be real, Gemini, you know, emotions are not always the forefront for you. So you're not really, what I'm getting from this is don't forget your feelings. Feel your feelings here. Things are not clear. There may be some illusion. There may be some deception here. There may be something you can't quite see, but it is becoming illuminated, and, you know, you're very much shutting off your emotions and conferring with others about that. And walking away. So again, we have 8 energy. Remember I talked to you about that coming out in the pre-shuffle. And then we have King of Wands, which is, you know, some people think of it as like the big daddy in a I don't know, let's just say a romantic sort of way, with this wand in his hand as such. But I never noticed this before. You've got almost like a Black Panther energy, like right there. I can't quite see it. It's hard to make out, but it's very much feeling like a Black Panther. You know, so like moving in the shadows, moving, you know, on your own. Like you're very, you feel like you're out in the cold. I mean, let's take a look at this. You know, the King of Wands, it's fire energy, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this person's wearing like a fuzzy hooded thing. And two things about that. One, it's not cold in this picture. It looks like springtime, summertime, something like that. But this raccoon is wearing like a parka hoodie type thing. Almost like you're feeling like you're left out in the cold, even though that may not be what it looks like to everybody else. There's something underlying. This is also looks like this person is pretending to be a bear, like little bear ears on that parka looking thing. So you're almost feeling like you have to go undercover in some way to discover what's going on here. And you feel like I know these are salamanders, but it's almost like sharks circling. Like there's people waiting for you to drop the ball, or the panther as it is. This person again you feel like maybe they're moving in the shadows. They are somebody who is hiding their true visage, their true face, their true personality from you. And you're feeling like, well, if you can play games and hide who you are, I can play games and hide who I am too, to figure this thing out. I can't stress enough the energy I'm getting that is just, again, going over this and over this and over this in your mind. And I take this Seven of Wands card in two different ways. First of all, it could be that you are defending this person to other people, okay? That other people might be trying to tell you, okay, that this is not a big deal, or this person, so why don't you go with that? And you're like, no, I'm going to hold my ground. I believe this person's up to something. Or your friend's family counselor, whatever, might be encouraging you to see that this person maybe isn't good for you. And you're saying, hey, you don't know me, you don't know my life, go away. And what you're guarding here, by the way, I never noticed this, it's a trash can. And of course it's a trash Panda deck, I know that, but I always thought it was, I don't know, like a giant rock or something, a pillar. And then I saw the wheel here. And maybe the wheel is significant also in a sense of like change, things moving forward. Again, the wheel is also karma, which takes us back to Big Daddy Saturn that's coming around on Sunday. But, what you're guarding here, if you're in the group of people who is defending this person to others who are trying to help you, you're guarding garbage. You're guarding something that really is, you can't see what's in it, but I doubt it's something good. That's the best way I can say this. You might not be able to see exactly what's going on with this person, but you know it's something that's not good. And nevertheless, you're defending this person. It could also be that you're holding your boundaries, like this is your property, back off. But there's a gathering storm in the background here. So something is going to be coming around. Something is going to be becoming clear. Although it is, with this diluted attachment, it's very similar to that. But it's going to be, the storm is going to be breaking, is what I'm feeling. So in terms of what Spirit is saying for you this week is you're very much in your head. You're going within. You're seeking advice. Whether you're taking that advice or not is a whole different issue. And you are almost feeling like you need to go undercover to figure out what this person's up to, because you feel like whatever it is, it's not good. And I'm not saying whether it is or not, but you feel like it is not good. It could be this person, maybe there's a couple of you out there, like this person is like hiding an engagement ring from you or something, and you're out here thinking this person hates me, but they really are just nervous. All right, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you got your stuff together here. You got your money in hand. You've got your beauty with this violin. You've got, you're balancing this apple on your head here. Like you're really just holding it all together. And that rabbit makes me think of the children. So you are perhaps a mother, not necessarily, or you feel like a mother. Maybe you're like an aunt or an uncle to somebody, but you've got it all together. And I'm feeling like by the skin of your teeth, you can almost see with this like yoga-ish pose here that you're trying so hard to, just again, be cool, be calm. But like, there's again, that storm brewing, and you have here it looks like a snake plant. So maybe you feel like there's this snake in the grass in the background. There's something going on. And so you're starting to kind of collect your things. If you live with this person, maybe you're looking at moving out and starting to pack up your bags just on speculation, on fear. All right, Spirit, tell me, what is the challenge that my Geminis might face this week? What's a challenge? I know they won't find it challenging to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. That's for sure. But anyway, what we got on the floor here, because Spirit is always throwing things on the floor with me, it's the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So what you got here is a failure to communicate. That's a movie, though. I don't know why you need to say that. In the upright, the Ace of Pentacles is, I mean, you have this paw holding out a coin for you, an offer, a peace offering, or, you know, an offering of stability. And almost with these lilies, it's like a resurrection. You feel like, oh, maybe we're restarting this. A 13 is feeling like, oh, maybe this is our lucky shot. You even got cards here on the table. Not, I mean, literally, yes, but like also in the picture, if you can see that. And it's almost like magician-esque here. Like, it almost looks like the magician card where this person is willing things to happen. But something is being offered, and it seems larger than life. It seems like a rebirth, but, you know, like, you made this happen, and how lucky is that? But in the reverse, you feel like you can't move anything. You can't make it happen. You can't make this person fess up and give you reality. You want it so bad for this person to be honest with you, and they're just, you feel like they're not. I don't know how to say that. Like, even though the Gemini is usually represented by the double-faced or two-faced person, you know, and you guys are known for that. Maybe you're dealing with another Gemini. I don't know. Don't tell him to watch this. But you just feel like you can't get your finger on it. All right, give me something that the Gemini has in a positive sense, like an advantage, something that is going to give him some positivity here. I feel like I'm just like big old negative Nancy with my Geminis. Okay, the Lovers. Look, it is this person like reaching out to you and saying it's going to be okay. Like, you're over here overthinking the hell out of this thing, and this person's saying no, it's okay, it's okay. They're not saying calm down, because that's just fighting words right there. But this person is saying, no, it's okay. And I kind of like with this tail wrap, like, I love you. I'm holding on. I'm not letting go. There's a choice to be made, perhaps. And I think it's the choice to see this as everything you kind of feared is not coming true. Like, you had, I think, again, just this energy of up in your head where you were just sure something's wrong, but there's nothing wrong. And this person's going to tell you that. What is the next action my Geminis might take if they wanted to get to a good result? What is the next action, Spirit, please? And then after we do this, we'll see the outcome and get a yes/no answer. Look, Knight of Cups. The advice is keep going. All right, keep your emotions at the forefront here. You're not even stopping to smell the flowers. Right? You are just churning along. You're like, I'm coming, I'm coming. This person, like, again, is from this side. So it's almost like they're coming toward you. They're putting their emotions. Maybe they're detecting that you are feeling like there's a storm brewing, and now here it's kind of dissipating. So this person might be coming toward you. Have faith in that is what I'm hearing. And for you, you know, don't hold back. And I don't know. That's a really random song reference, Spirit. There's actually the techno song. I think it's called Don't Hold Back. Just look it up on the YouTubes. Maybe I'll leave a link, another link you do up here. Anyway, I don't know why that's relevant. Maybe it is to some of you like EDM or kind of house music, techno. It's not even house. It's probably wrong. Anyway, what's the outcome? Queen of Swords. You're going to see the truth. And you're going to feel so much better about that. Really, you are. You're going to feel like, oh, okay, this helped me grow. This helped me change and help me learn. Maybe not to always suspect the worst. And look, another 8. I think I even said the 8 of Wands, maybe. I said 8 of Cups for sure. But, you know, that news is coming in. And once you get that news that comes in this week from this person and the clarity you're looking for and feeling secure again, you know, chasing that, feeling like that truth has chased you down, and you feel like this person's, again, putting their emotions out front, you're going to be able to put all this in the background and truly move forward into something pleasant and enjoyable. So, as I indicated, we're going to go ahead and take a look at a yes/no deck and think of that yes/no question. Hit the pause button, what do you got to do? And let's see what Spirit has to say. So, Spirit, whatever question is that my Gemini watchers have in their mind, what is the answer? Please also feel free to let me know in the comments what your question was, if you want to share it, or if this reading resonated with you, or not. Love to hear it. And by hear it, I mean read it, because that would be weird. Reconsider. So, yeah, Reconsider. I mean, which is interesting because, you know, again, you already were up in your thoughts on this, but it's almost like reconsider the overthinking, reconsider the approach that you're taking. And at bottom right now is listen to your intuition. So again, it's telling you to get out of your head, to actually come into this and almost say like, I don't care about the outcome. Let it go. Stop focusing on that and feel like, what is it you feel about this person right now? Reconsider the approach you're taking, and is it being beneficial to you? And stop looking at their cell phone. That's for some of you. But anyway, I will see you next week, Gemini. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.